What's up, everybody? It's the Crypto Ginger here. Just wanted to quickly touch base with you on a little bit more XRP news and hopefully tie this in together to give you a general idea as to why I personally think we could see a $1 XRP coin by the end of this year. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. All of this is just news, but it would not take much to bring XRP to $1. Let's just say that for sure. Right now, XRP is sitting at just over 53 cents, almost 54 cents. And looking at the charts, guys, at least for the 7-day, we can easily see that we've had quite a bit of action taking place. If you can remember, we did hit a period of time about a week ago where XRP hit about 79 cents before it had some major correction and pullback, and that right there brought us really close to $1. It didn't take much to do that. It was just taking news. It took people getting hyped up over news to jump into XRP to drive that price up. So again, it wouldn't really take much, guys. But as you can see, we've pretty much kind of plateaued off. A little bit of sell-off here in the past recent couple of days or so, bringing the price just below 40 cents. And now, of course, we're right back to the 53 cent mark we're at right now. So again, we're closer to $1 than we are further away from it. One of the things I thought was pretty interesting was an article such as this right here that came out recently talking about how investors believe that XRP is better than Bitcoin and Fiat for money transfers. Well, if you've been seeing any of my videos, you ultimately know that XRP is one of the fastest digital assets out there. It's also one of the cheapest for transferring funds back and forth, hence the reason why it is being implemented into the XRapid protocol as a use case so that these banks all over the world can transfer payments for cross-border payments back and forth at a cheaper and one of the fastest rates out there. Really, they're just trying to take over Swift, or at least push that company Swift aside, so they're no longer the traditional way of transferring funds anymore. We're moving into a new era, and this is the blockchain and the cryptocurrency era as well. So keep that in mind, guys. People are going to want something faster, better, cheaper all the time. So why wouldn't banks want that? And of course, that's the direction that we're seeing them go right now when they're working hand in hand with Ripple, the company, again, the XRP coin. Now, take this article with a grain of salt, guys, because this article does have a slight bit of a bias, I feel, regarding that they're talking primarily with Michael Arrington, who is the partner of Arrington XRP Capital. And if you're unfamiliar with what his involvement is, this is an article that came out last year in 2017. Just the article title alone kind of emphasizes what he does. Michael Arrington has a new $100 million hedge fund that will be valued in Ripple's XRP. So obviously he has close ties with using XRP and possibly close ties with the company Ripple as well. But when you have investors who possibly hang out with these guys like Michael Arrington, they're all being talked about as far as their involvement with XRP. Why are they doing that? And then once you are explained that it's much faster than Bitcoin and Fiat for transferring money, why wouldn't all these other entities jump on board with that? And that's exactly what we're seeing again. Something else I thought was really interesting was this article right here, guys. DeVere CEO, I believe his name is Nigel Greene. He says that Ripple XRP hit key $1 threshold as usage source. So basically in this article, his idea is that he believes XRP is also going to hit $1 by the end of this year. And he kind of goes into a small bit of detail as to why he thinks it's mostly just because of the amount of buzz and the hype that's involved. But of course, again, we know that XRapid is supposed to be going live with a lot of our banks worldwide, and that should be happening relatively soon. You mix that with the combination of all these bigger entities like Bakkt, BAKKT, who's like the New York Stock Exchange's baby, that right there going live within hopefully the next month in November, you're not going to not see other entities coming outright, and especially those that are involving the use case of XRP. That's going to happen relatively soon. If that does happen near the end of this year, why wouldn't we see $1 XRP? Why wouldn't we see it go higher than that? I'm just giving this the benefit of the doubt regarding what I personally think is going to happen. And of course, this is all tied into the news and the articles that I'm showing you here. So Nigel Greene, the DeVere CEO, if you're unfamiliar with him, let's quickly go over to this article here talking about Nigel. Nigel is a founder and CEO of DeVere Group, leads one of the world's largest independent financial advisory organizations with over 80,000 high net worth expat and international investor clients in more than 100 countries worldwide and over $10 billion under advice and management. That's why this guy's kind of important, guys, when it comes to the talk of XRP. If this guy is, basically in charge of what happens to $10 billion and he happens to decide that it's best for their investors and partners to invest it into XRP, well, just think about $10 billion being tacked on top of the entire market cap for just XRP alone. That would bring XRP so very close to $1 just by itself. Now, that's not to say he's going to do that. I'm just letting you know the amount of money this guy's working with could absolutely impact the price point of XRP if he happens to have that kind of influence on so many people all over the world. So keep that in mind, guys. We could potentially see bigger investors like this guy right here coming outright stating that not only is XRP beautiful and far superior than, again, Bitcoin and fiat currency, but that they're already implementing the use of XRP because of XRapid. We already know that we have a lot of banks and entities out there who've either practiced using it, testing it, and are waiting for it to go live. And when that happens, I think we're going to see the dynamics of XRP, the company Ripple, all that change entirely. A couple other things, guys. Malta getting ready for its first blockchain summit come October. This is huge because we got a lot of things happening in October. One of the more important things for Ripple, for example, is Ripple's Swell event that happens to be taking place on the 1st, I believe, through the 2nd or 3rd of October. That's very, very, very soon, within the next couple of days. Then we have Malta getting ready for its first blockchain summit in October. And if you're unfamiliar with Malta, basically that is where Binance moved their company, is to Malta. This could be huge because Binance is a big supporter as far as your top cryptocurrencies, and XRP being one of those. So again, things are happening in October, guys, that could completely change the dynamics of not just cryptocurrencies, but again, XRP in general. And one of the other things I was reading about, I thought was really, really, really interesting here regarding this is cryptocurrency lobbyists in Congress to receive payments in Ripple token. So the idea that they are actually dispersing payments to people in the SEC and things of that nature in the form of XRP is pretty interesting. Now, mind you, they'll be able to take those XRPs, and I think in this article they kind of go over the idea that they will exchange those XRPs for fiat currency, immediately receiving them. And they also receive, I believe, reward as far as regular fiat currency just as well. So it says right here, all right, towards achieving their goal, the Securing Americans Internet of Value Coalition. This is the group, the organization who's doing this to work hand in hand with people of the SEC and they're the lobbyists basically. They state that it was announced they would employ services of bipartisans strategist, and public policy firm, the Klein Johnson Group, located in Washington, D.C. The coalition would pay Klein Johnson about $25,000 every month, as well as 10,000 XRP, the cryptocurrency token based on the Ripple blockchain. And of course, they state here, a little bit further, is how they would go about taking that XRP and exchanging it out if they needed to. But the idea that we have people that are correlating hand in hand with Congress members and again people of the SEC, and they're getting paid in Ripple tokens. This is huge. This means that we are now closely connecting people of Congress, especially in the United States, to the XRP coin, to the Ripple company, if you will. They are finding the value in this as well, and maybe this is something that could be implemented by the idea of just simply giving these guys some XRP coins and showing them what it can do. We could potentially see that use case of XRP or even XRapid being implemented into things that deal with the government. So this could be huge, guys. Lastly, guys, one of the things I want to leave here, Ripple for good. Ripple commits $100 million to social giving programs. So guys, not only is Ripple, the company, trying to make one of the best, or at least the best companies out there, and incorporating the best programs and protocols for banks and financial institutions out there, but they're also trying to have the best use case for their coin, the XRP coin. And so, when you see announcements such as this right here, where they are not just focused on the institutional value of the coin, but they're also trying to get it out there for the sake of, helping in social programs and things of that nature, and giving their coins and money towards these particular programs. This is huge, guys. I mean, we're talking about people that are philanthropists in the Ripple community trying to give back, and that is huge. That is absolutely huge, guys. There's not many cryptocurrency companies out there that are actually going about things this way. You have a lot of cryptocurrency communities that will maybe do airdrops or things of that nature, little tiny donations here and there, but Ripple's trying to stand out from the rest and be far superior. So again, keep your eyes out for all the these particular articles. I think that the correlation between Ripple and XRP, being hugely involved in not just the community, but again, your biggest financial investors and investment companies and banks worldwide. This is what would be the driving force, and why I personally see we can see XRP hitting $1 by the end of this year. I hope that helps, guys. I know there's a lot more out there regarding XRP and the Ripple company, and again, there could be potential news that will just simply drive that price skyrocketing high. And something else I'm going to leave you guys on here, I didn't talk about specifically here, but guys, that market cap right there where it says $21 billion, that's the market cap for XRP. If it is closely in numbers related to that circulating supply right below it where it says 39 billion XRP as the circulating supply, if that market cap matches numerically what the circulating supply is, then you can easily say that XRP would then be at $1. That's how you get the valuation of XRP to $1. If the market cap valuation is higher in numerical value than the circulating supply, then we're already going over $1. So mathematically, guys, that's how you need to look at this just as well. If you simply take the current price of XRP, where it's sitting at 53 cents, and you just simply multiply it by 10, because my goal personally is to not only 10 times my money, but to eventually 100 times my money, and maybe even 1,000 times my money. But the 10 times your money, just multiply 10 times 53 cents, and that brings you to $5.37 for XRP, so that you could have potentially 10 times your money. Again, simple math, guys. If you want 100 times your money, you need XRP to be at $53.72. And there's obviously the talk that we could see XRP not only hitting those kind of numbers, but some people have speculated it could hit in the hundreds of dollars for XRP. So we never know, guys, but I'm just trying to give you some simple math to show you how you can look at this and see what would it take to get XRP to $1. Again, I think with all this information we have now, these are just absolute catalysts for potentially jumping up that price to $1. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section, guys. Am I off my rocker when it comes to this kind of news? Do you think that we're going to see $1 XRP by the end of the year? It'd be awesome to have a dialogue with you guys, and I do thank you for the comments you have already left, and thank you for also viewing my videos. I truly appreciate it. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. And hey, if you enjoyed what you saw today, please make sure to hit that like button. It really does help get this information out there to as many people as possible. And also as well, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. This channel has been growing so fast and I couldn't have done it without you guys. One last thing, if you would like real up-to-date news about all of your favorite cryptocurrencies, please download that Berm app in the description below. I have it for iPhone and Android. Here, you'll be able to go through and again, check out all the news that you would like regarding your favorite cryptocurrencies. You can also earn Berm coins, which will eventually add up and be allowed to be traded against other cryptocurrencies once the ICO is over with. You go through and go to vote reward. Once you've done that, you either like or dislike your favorite news articles, and you'll be rewarded 10 times per day with Berm coins. One last thing, if you go down to the bottom right hand section where it says me, click on invite friends. Here, type in this code in the redeem token section. Once you've done that, hit redeem token. You'll be rewarded with 150 free Berm points. Outside of that, guys, I definitely appreciate your time and thank you for being a part of this channel. Bye-bye.